Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you know what night it is. It's Tuesday. It's bump and run night. Hope you're having a great day at home. Hope you got actually drinks, whatever you got, as it is the granddaddy of them all, Daytona. I got Mr. Sean Stam up at the booth with me. My name's Justin, y'all. Glad you're tuning in with us. It ought to be a great race tonight here with a bump and run gang. Mr. Sean, you got a copy, my friend?
I am here loud and clear, Justin. Appreciate the killer intro there. How about some more bump and run Cup Series racing here tonight, live from the granddaddy of them all, the World Center of Racing. 100 laps, 250 miles here tonight for the BNR 250, as next week we head to Darlington, Gateway, and then Bristol, New Hampshire, Kansas, Charlotte, Roval, Las Vegas, Dega, Martinsville, and then Phoenix to round out the season. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for joining in here tonight as we are racing under the lights here from this 2.5 mile speedway. Justin, this is going to be fun to watch. We got these drivers already finished up qualifying. Let's take a look at these the starting grid.
Let's see who's going to put it up there on the pole. Mr. Sean Judson at number 19 machine. How about Willie B. Roberts, 71 machine second. Mr. Charles, P3. Tyler Massey, P4. Travis Palmer going to come in P5. Matthew Fitz, P6. Cornelius Brown. If you remember opening the race at Daytona, Cornelius was up front for most of that race. Looked for that number 98 to have a lot of speed tonight. Philip Brigman, the 84, picked up the win at Talladega earlier in the season. So ought to make for some good racing. Austin Mice, P9. Kyler McCarthy, P10. Cameron Smith, P11. And Tyler Myers going to round out our top 12.
Looking back, 13th, and with Chris Campbell, 14th belonging to Xavier Salgado. Like you said, Justin, it's been a lot of fun to watch this bump and run Cup Series with all the tracks that we've been here to. And like you said, you start to bring up some racing insights there. Possibly if we had some simulated odds here, that would be fun to deal with. As Joe Stipe, you can't really count out any of these racers here tonight with some super speedway racing. Joe's going to start 15th. Stan Mayberry, Daniel Higgins going to start 17th. Kevin Roy, 18th. David Berry, Brandon Moore, Gary Huffins, Justin Steves, Mark Berry, Robbie Bice, rounding out that 24th position. And out of the 25 driver grid, Kyle Gooden will be starting here from the pits. Once again, thanks to you all for joining in here tonight. I appreciate each and every single one of you as we crest our way a little closer to that 1,000 subscriber mark. Tell your grandma, tell your doggy, tell your neighbor as well. That's okay if you got to create an account for him there. We don't bite here on Stam Studio Network. We might tickle you though, as well as if you're in that vertical broadcast, mosey your way on over to horizontal land. Justin, this is going to be a great fun race to watch. About half distance of the Daytona 500 that we saw at the race opener, the season opener. It's going to be fun to watch. We are 2x2, just about to get ready for some green flag racing.
The lights are off on the pace car. Everybody gonna get re-racked, restacked as we're gonna get ready to go. Here at the bump and run, 200, 250 here tonight. Go to the Geico restart zone, green flag and a wave as we are underway at Daytona.
Sean Judson, Tyler Massey leading the pack there into turn number 1. Charles Van Schwick, after coming away with the race win just a week ago from Richmond, he's up there joining this battle as well. Look at the old newer paint scheme there. Matthew Fitz looks to try to take that outside line earlier on. Justin, we're not only going to see some speed on that outside, but we're going to see the momentum grow here as these drivers go up, and not only to 4th, but with the up to 5th gear with these next-gen racing machines.
They are going to be flying high, foot down on the pedal, no lifting in sight. Going to see some guys maybe drop to the back here at the start of this race. They're going to kind of hang towards the back and make sure they don't get caught up in somebody else's drama up front. But we're still side by side, way on down through the field. We got Cleater McSkeeter back there in the third row of Philip Brigman back there running the Cletus McFarland ARCA scheme.
Field driver out of Ontario tonight. He might. Oh, sorry, I'll get that in a second. Look at the sparks fly out of these machines with the full fuel load. These diffusers are scraping as Charles Van Schwick gets shoved out of the pack.
Yeah, he's going to fall back just a little bit. I think he'll be okay. I think he'll be able to get his way work back into this kind of group here. Going to send the 2 up top.
Look at the sparks fly out of these rear ends machines. I was excited once I saw we were racing at night, Justin. Not only will the elbows be flying here, but as well as, the sparks out of these rear ends of these next-gen machines.
A D, all the above. Excitement because it's Daytona, sparks flying everywhere. Here comes Fitz, going to look for the bump there. He's looking for the inside. That's Tyler Massey. Philip Brigman going to be up there. Sean Judson going to fall back kind of behind. That's going to put him P5, but how about that number 45 up there, the Dub Energy of Tyler Myers. Going to work his way to the front. Going to have a little bit of help right there. I want to say that's Xavier Salgado up there. Here comes the shove from Myers. Oh my God. Oh, Salgado.
He gets the old Yamentator curse right when you said it. He gets loose as a goose in the entrance of 3.
That could have been bad. Could have been real bad.
He's going to gather it back up here, Justin. I know in our pre-race production meeting, we were talking about these front runners running with these same paint schemes here tonight. That's going to be the 24 of Kyler McCarthy and the 69. That's not all we have here tonight, Justin. Look who's starting to join. It's the 43 of Stan Mayberry. 3 exact same paint schemes here tonight. That's going to be fun here later in the race as these teammates start to make the dream work happen here tonight.
Yeah, it's just like playing, it's like hearing the job. Save it.
Brigman with a block of a century. I don't know how he made that one stick. Goalie, guacatoolies.
Oh my goodness, that could have been bad. Could have been ugly. Could have been like putting that lipstick on the pig. Could have been bad.
It might be fun in the old short run there, but you look back on it and think, what were you thinking there? Stan Mayberry, Kevin Roy, Kevin Smith start to try and work their way up through the pack. Robbie Bice, that blue oval, number 28. He has another paint scheme running in that Hoonigan Holiday. Shout out Ken Block there. As we have, how many is that? 4 drivers, the exact same paint scheme. Spotters, look out here tonight. Speaking of spotters, here we go. Here's a good camera shot.
Inside. Okay, he's one back. On your bumper. He's all over your tail. Here comes the bump.
I think we just found your pastime. What you mean?
Shoot, I do that for the race car. What you mean?
No,
when I go round track racing with the guy near the house, he used to let me spot. I think I got on the radio too much. I started talking to him mid-race.
Hey, you gotta keep them all cool, calm, and collected, don't you?
Listen, man, he come around through there. I tell him every time, I say, all right, bud, let's get you around through here for 20 laps. Don't worry about anything. I'll be in the end. I'll be your Huckleberry.
Side-by-side, nose and tail throughout the fields here tonight. We're going to see some old Huckleberry action. Let's take a look at this. We're going to hop on board with the road course ace, Daniel Higgins. We'll hop on board and stay on board with him here through turn number 1. Look again. I mean, this is so badass. there's a reason we call iRacing a simulator, not just a video game. Once again, that's just taking all my attention away here tonight. The sparks fly out of these Max Gen machines.
Oh, one of them digi games.
Look at the run that old Daniel Higgins gets with really, quite frankly, no help, no push from the back there. That's just a run, a nice run out of Joe Stipe there, as these drivers are working with the slipstream and draft here tonight from the World Center of Racing. Philip Brigman, this is what I was going to get to earlier in our race. He is our only Canadian driver out here tonight. Normally he's got some buddy there with him, as he's going to get shoved out of line here. Here comes Kyler McCarthy to the race lead, as we have that live driver camera as well. Oh, no Kyler McCarthy today. Sorry.
No foot cam. Sorry, folks. There went half our viewers right there, Sean.
I know it. We're going to see 15 dwindle down to 7 real quick. What happened to the old Billy Brigg? I mean, the run really didn't look that intense there that he had to make the block of the outside. I don't know, Justin, would you rather be leading up here out up front or just falling back to the pack and running? What do you think is safer, I guess, is the question. Out up front or running in like the last position?
Do what now? Sorry, what was the question? I was reading a comment.
Well, no, if you're something here. We got Carrie, oh my God. Carrie, Terry, Jerry, Barry, Ferry, Larry, Terry. But we got a little too many of them here tonight. Anyways, yeah.
Gary's saying over under 7. I'm gonna go under. I don't know if you knew this, but the first race that me and Sean, I think, ever did together was the bump and run race.
At what, the old Daytona?
Yeah, their opening race. I think that was the first race me and you did together.
Man, time flies when you're having fun, I guess. Shoot.
But anyway, and if you remember about that race, there was not a caution.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Chris, don't pull a Ryan Priest.
Oh, he might pull a Priest. Oh,
damn.
Hard, heavy impact. Yeah. We're going to keep it clean, green, and mean here so far. Let's hop on board with the old Chris Campbell.
Oh, look at that wheel. Bang, bang, bang. Bang. Yeah, Chris's theory is like my theory. If you're going to hit it, might as well hit it wide open.
He's still
Kerry, I'm going under.
It.
Yeah, burn him down, baby. Burn him down. Kerry, this race went no cautions last time, so I'm going to predict under.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, Yamentator. I'm going under right there with you. Under the sea here tonight. Man, with these fuel loads still continuing to burn off, I'm surprised that we're seeing still sparks fly here. That's normally within the first couple of laps, but I wonder within the setup that these drivers were given here tonight, they could possibly be glued to the racetrack a little bit more here. And as we do start to run a little bit single file action here, closest battle here to a driver making a next move outside would be, I guess, Brandon Moore and Charles Van Schwick. But Justin, you really don't gain anything from trying to run up top except for you're just going to, I think, lose more spots and burn more fuel.
Yeah, I think you're going to, this may rub some folks at home the wrong way, but I think if you go up there to the high side right now, you're going to fail miserably, kind of like Cracker Barrel's new logo did.
Ooh! Kill him! Hey, what did we say earlier in our pre-production meeting? Do I say this? Bullying works, I guess, because after some pretty heavy, what do you call it? Comments from everybody.
Yeah, good. Extensive wording.
Yes, yeah. Well, somehow, some way, we're gonna be able to keep the old the inside. I think we're keeping the inside of all the decorations and everything there inside the same way. Hopefully, don't mess with old Meemaw's decorations now.
Don't you make me come in there and get a pitchfork. I'll go in there and get a pack of. I'll go in there and get a dang pack of bubble gum and shoot it in your hair. Don't tempt me.
Justin, could you ever figure out the old, since we're still on the subject of it, with the little triangle game with the little golf tees in it, the old Crackle Barrel?
Yeah. I ain't no ignoramus.
Ooh, boy. All right, I got it done once, and I think, well, that was it.
Yeah. I got it. It ain't that bad.
What? All right. You gotta teach me if I ever meet the old Talladega Super Speedway. You might have to show me how to work.
Got it. Oh, well, you ain't gonna be no ignoramus.
Well, I'll try not to be, but here we go. Here's some more battling here. It's really like you said, Justin. You're gonna pretty much fall off of a cliff here if you try anything a little nitty and gritty on that outside line, because not only are you just going to lose more pace, you're going to lose more fuel, you're going to burn more fuel, and then in our next pit stop here, where timing is pretty important, you're just going to have to take more time on your pit stop. So it's you can't blame any of these drivers for just wanting to hang out right now and possibly even run a little bit quarter, even halfway throttle of the T20.
Right now, it's just kind of ride. You don't really want to push it too hard. Just take it easy. Don't really get too much damage on your vehicle. You know, if you see a pass coming, don't throw the block too early. Seeing Brigman there kind of letting these cars pass as he'll drop. But I don't think that's maybe a bad idea. Fall back in line here and try to avoid the chaos, because, I mean, I think there'll at least be 1 or 2 cautions. But I think right now we're only 15 laps into this 100-lap segment. I mean, we're cooking them off, you know, about a minute a lap. So I think there'll be at least 1 caution, maybe 2, but I don't think we're going to see him push it too hard.
Yeah, on board here with Kevin Roy. He's got Justin Steves 30 seconds behind. You said, you were reading my mind right there, Justin. That's what you want to do. Here's not what you want to do. Looks like Kevin Roy, Justin Steves, Willie B. Roberts, Xavier Salgado, they all lost the pack pretty early on. So without some drafting buddies here, well, Justin Steves got his buddies there behind him of Willie B. and Xavier Salgado. But that's pretty, you're going to start digging yourself a grave pretty earlier on here if these guys can't catch an early caution.
Yeah, you're going to really fall back. You kind of lost the pace there. So you're going to have to maybe find it to get back up there to them. This is the Steves, Willie B. Roberts, and Xavier Salgado hot rods. They are kind of falling off the pace there. They've got a lot of work to try to catch that front 3 pack, and that front pack's kind of going to be getting away from you real quick if you don't stay too close to them.
I know we're only 17 laps down, but as this pack of 3 makes their way into turn 3, if we look at Kyler McCarthy, I mean, look at that. That is already just how much speed and momentum that this front pack can carry with, I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, probably 20 drivers in this front lead pack. I think it's only going to be about, we'll say, sorry as I turn into a nails on chalkboard there as I try to math it up. We'll call it about 3 to 4 laps here before this pack gets caught from our race leaders.
As they continue to go around through here, number 24 hot rod. McCarthy running a new scheme this week with the Monster Energy. Right there, you got Tyler Massey running second. You got Fitz in third, Judson fourth, Farmer in fifth, Austin Mice in sixth. Ty Farmer right there. And we got Stan Mayberry running seventh, Tyler Myers in eighth, Joe Stipe, the 00. Good to see him up there in the top 9. Daniel Higgins, number 2 jockey machine, running P10. Brandon Moore, P8. Kind of running down through our field here. Mr. Charles in 12th, Cornelius Brown 13th, Mark Berry in 14th, Mr. Gary in 15th. We'll keep running around through here. Now, folks, if you're with us in the YouTube chat, make sure to like, subscribe. Do like you do every week. Make sure to push this out. We want everybody watching SSN each and every week with us here, whether it's the bump and run guys, whether it's our full throttle performance folks tomorrow night, whether it's the West Coast rating on Monday nights, just a little bit of everybody. We try to make sure everybody's getting the love around here. Make sure to check out those sponsors up there in the top right. Make sure that you are supporting those that are supporting us here at SSN each and every week.
how about the old admin box? We got extreme scoring, bearded bear, custom hides, Mad Dog graphics, race to stop suicide, and Cotton Bowl Speedway right out there outside of Austin, Texas for some dirt track racing. Thank you all for joining in here for the Bump and Run Cup Series Daytona 250 live at the World Center of Racing, Daytona. My name is Sean Stam. We got Justin Yaw, the Yamentator himself, right up here with us. We're going to take a quick break up here in the booth. We'll be right back with you here for some racing action. 20 laps down, 80 to go. Go ahead and crank this puppy up. Enjoy the sights and sounds from the World Center of Racing. Slowly start to crank this puppy down as we have transitioned from single file racing to a little bit of double file. Here comes Tyler Myers. He's going to try to make the outside line work, bringing Cameron Smith with them and that Chase Elliott Chevrolet Camaro. Don't look now, but Daniel Higgins continuing to run about where he started. Right there in the 12th, 13th running position. That jockey Chevrolet, also Camaro there running in, the number 2 car. There's some Daniel Suarez, some Ross Chastain action happening there. And there's the old Cletus McFarland, Philip Brigman, who was up there earlier leading the pack there after falling back to mid-pack. Right now he is in the danger zone there, running in the 16th position.
Yeah, this top group's kind of falling like a rock now. Go ahead and sing it, Sean. I know you want to.
Like a rock. Sorry.
There it is. There it is. They are racing around through here at the speeds of a lot.
I got you. Bottom right. There you go.
We're at about 191 through here in the old 5th gear. Kyle McCarthy still leads us in the old 5th gear.
Well, that's interesting to look at. Again, not only interesting to sound at as well. That doesn't make sense. Anyways, that's the race leader of McCarthy. He's only hitting, what'd you say, 190 in that accent. I can't quite replicate there. But here deeper in the pack, these drivers were hitting about 201 miles per hour as you try to see the air. Well, you can see it pretty clear with the sparks there. Sorry, that's just catching my balls. Oh, here we go. Pit stop action. Lap 25. I'm joking. Save me. Massey. Oh no! Is that
No,
Travis Farmer, the 13 machine?
hold on. How many of these guys are running this Monster Energy scheme that are all the same one?
I'm telling, it's. I think it's 4. It's probably 5. All right, there's Matthew Fitz, Uno.
Programs. And to quote one of my favorite all-time announcers, Steve Evans, programs, get your programs.
That'll make it easy on the teams right there. I mean, easy vinyl prints, same exact thing. Speaking of same exact thing, same exact strategy. Lots of fuel stops happening here. No tires. Justin, you taking tires here in this fuel stop? I don't think I would be.
I think I'm just going to hit it, fuel up, and take off again. But
like
you
a
know, you
Buc-ee's
might
fuel
want
stop.
to. Yeah, I think this is just a fuel-only stop. Get her fueled up, ready to go. I don't think tires are going to be the factor so much as maybe fuel tonight.
Right there with you. Look at the old driver who's going to run in the 3rd position out of pit lane, so it should cycle back out to P number 3, depending on how well these drivers are make their way up their gears. As well as how much help that they have up there in front of him. Tyler Massey, he's got the 2 teammates there of the Monster Hoonigan. That's 2 Ford Mustangs there. Right now, Joe Stipe, David Berry, and Daniel Higgins making their way out of pit lane. As things continue to cycle through out here tonight, I'll pull up the old track map. There you go. That's going to be our top 3 and 4 for the race lead, as Austin Mice, Tyler Massey, 2 Stam Studio Network members of the channel. They pay a little monthly subscription here to get a little SSN action here behind the scenes. As here we go. This is going to start to really work their way down in the back straightaway. Look at this train start to form up here, and as well as, like you said earlier, Justin, look at the teammates. 1, 2, 5, and 6 here. What will cycle back out to it from McCarthy on back?
Who is that? Who all we got there? We got. Let's see here. Let's do the math here.
We got Fitz, we got Stan Mayberry, and Robbie Bice. All those blue ovals right now, making the teamwork, making the dream work happen here tonight. Oh, sorry.
Well, isn't Bice been in a Toyota?
That's what I thought. Yeah, I mean, we got some manufacturer switches happening here.
Okay, somebody abandoned ship mid-season for a different manufacturer. Is that like a trade in the NFL?
Oh, speaking of okay, I got a fantasy draft here. You just turn on the light bulb up in my head here. Just all right. Well,
do you really got a fantasy draft right now?
No, not. It's thankfully in an hour, but we're making good time. But I completely forgot about it. Thank you for saying the 3 magical letters there. N, F, and L. Ooh, boy. That could have been close as we, no pit lane action. Oh, there is pit lane action. Who is that? No, who is that stopped there? Oh, I can't quite see the name. Okay, well, I saw one driver there stopped on pit lane. We'll get back up here to the battle for the race lead. Sorry about that.
It was somebody. Who was that somebody?
Let's check in on the old YouTube chat. We got 17 live viewers. If you're joining us in the old vertical land, make sure come on over here to horizontal land. If you're already here, once again, I sound like a broken record, but you can hit that little gear icon and bump up the quality of this broadcast. You're gonna want to see it as we're gonna head 3 and 4 wide. Oh, caution out on the speedway. Cornelius Brown goes around as well.
Cornelius.
I think this might be Tyler yeah, if you look in the left side of the screen, Tyler Myers is involved. This is really interesting timing, Justin, because quite a few drivers, Charles Van Schwick, yeah, they're not going to be able to service their next-gen machines here under... Oh, okay, Gary Huffins is. Okay, well, this was interesting timing. We'll try to break this puppy down. I know...
All right, let's take it down.
I know Cameron Smith was involved, but I think it was really up here with Massey. Oh, yep, you see on the left side. Oh, where is it?
Let's take a look. See, everybody get on the binders. Somebody committed too late.
Excuse me, Myers. 17. It was Myers. Excuse me. I get him confused.
Oh, did Brandon have a little assistance in that right there with Tyler Myers? All right, everybody gonna get on the binders. Here goes Gary to the bottom. There goes Cornelius to the bottom. ducking off. We're hitting the pits. We're committed to the pits, okay? Did Cornelius lock them up?
Oh, my.
Well, there goes the 9.
Cameron Smith.
Philip Brigman's just kind of there. Shoot the gap. Oh, he didn't shoot the gap.
I wonder if Cameron Smith had contact here with another driver.
Let's see. Is that Mr. Charles?
Ooh, it is Charles.
Well, look, I don't know. Would you say Cameron maybe committed late to the inside and then tried to come back up like he was going to pit and then decided not to pit?
It's hang with me here, boys and girls. I'm still trying to look for a good sort of angle of it here. Oh my God, cameraman's dead. Look out!
Yo.
Okay.
Somebody get
talking to other people in the industry.
Let's try this one this time. Okay. There's definitely contact here between Van Schwick and Cameron Smith. Yep, that's definitely going to send Cameron Smith around.
Let's do it, baby!
This is something I've been waiting.
What was that?
I'm watching a video. A buddy of mine sent me a video, and I was like, what is this? It's just some guy talking, just being an idiot. Oh, my God.
Just like me.
The stuff my friends sent me.
Well, and then look at here. There's even more contact here with Brandon Moore, and that's how Tyler Myers gets sent around because Brandon Moore, he tries to stay out after this caution flag flies, and this just results in a pretty big catastrophe here. Just awful timing here to be coming to pit lane.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Here, as
Bob and weave, baby, bob and weave.
This might be our best look at it here. Oh, well, it's a little bit far away, but yep, there's Cameron Smith getting tagged, Philip Brigman involved. Luckily, Daniel Higgins makes it through, and then, oh yeah, there's Cornelius Brown, who a self-induced spin there.
Well, accidents did happen. Hey, somebody tell Ty Farmer we can't be rubbing bumpers with the pace car. That's how race cars are made.
Oh, no. Oh, it is old Farmer. Oh, man.
Can't be doing that.
I think he's going to get a little too friendly with the mirror. I think he might even get the old... Will he get the wave around, or will he get the drop to the end? I guess it depends on how well of a job he did there with that old rear bumper. Let's see it here. It should happen this lap. Hey, that's a new paint scheme for the Travers Farmer machine as well. Oh, it is the wave around. He did a good job. There you go. All right, sorry. All right, to the race lead, it'll be McCarthy, Mice, Fitz, and more. Stan Mayberry looking to join this battle as well. How about our biggest mover here tonight, ladies and gentlemen? It will be the driver of the 28 of Robbie Bice after our first caution flag. Hopefully cautions aren't going to breed cautions here, as Robbie Bice will be starting on the inside. Tyler Myers is going to start out up top. Remember, no fast repairs here, so if you get a little damage earlier on in the run, it's it's the end of your night, as we've seen here for. Let's see, I'm showing drivers 18th and back are down a lap. Willie B. Roberts is down a lap. Down a lap. Justin Steves, Philip Brigman, Mark Berry is still on track for that Crimson Tide number 25 Chevrolet Camaro. And then at 22nd on back, Xavier Salgado, Kevin Roy, Chris Gamble, as well as Kyle Gooden are out of the race.
Well, you hate it for the guys that are out. You're thankful for the guys that are still in. So that'll be fun. Hopefully nobody else gets wrecked out. But we're 33 laps into a 100-lap race, so where's the great grandma? Anything can happen.
All right, before we get back to some live green flag racing action, Terry, Mr. Smithy Gaming, Jerry, Carey, Barry, Travis Farmer as well. How's Travis Farmer out here chatting in YouTube land? Anyways, thank you each and every single one of you. We'll get back to some live racing action. This time, I thought old cameraman was dead out here. Looks like he just got a haircut. We're going to head things side by side. This time by, here we go. Barney the flagman's got the green in his hands. Go ahead and wave it loud and proud here, Barney, through the Geico restart zone, through the gears, drop a gear, disappear here for the race lead. Oh boy, don't look now, but look at that inside line. Teammates 1, 2, 3, and 4. As Austin Might says, I'm not going to let this happen. He's going to slot there and take away the third winning position.
Gonna check got a new player up here in the number 8 machine of Brandon Moore. He's kind of dabbled his way up here, but right now he's having to battle the 14 cars up there with McCarthy, Fitz, Mayberry, and Bias all run the Monster Energy scheme. There's not a Monster Energy safe at the gas station at 7-Eleven at all.
That scared me there. The old Tyler and Tyler show for 8th and 9th position. W Energy number 45 is streamed live on Twitch right now. You can check him out. I believe that's I've got to check his double. Oh no, here we're going to have green flag pit stops for the drivers who couldn't pit. Van Schwicken is in the pits right now. Pit lane closed. He just had no opportunity. Our race winner from a weekend ago, unfortunately, it couldn't be worse timing.
Who's live on Twitch right now?
Hey, hang on, I'll get you the old link for him. Hang on, stick with me. Okay, I didn't want to say the wrong thing. It is Nightmare 23. That is Tyler Massey right now. Excuse me, Tyler Myers. I still get him confused. Tyler Myers, one of our league owners, live on Twitch, ripping it through the track right now.
Let's see here. Let's take a look. See, let's get on the old Twitch see if we can find him. I ain't seen him yet. We're on board here. Who are we on board with here, Sean? What are we looking back at? We're looking back at Tyler.
Yeah, still Tyler and Tyler show happening here for 8th and 9th position out here. Already lap 36 down out of 100 in the race. Justin, we're going to continue to see some more single file racing here. That was about lap 25 that all these drivers made their way down into pit lane, except for the unlucky group there who waited one lap there too short. I've been on the kind of that end of things before, and there's nothing you can do there. So you're pretty pissed off, but you're gonna live to fight another day at least. That's looking at the bright side of things. Justin, I just started watching. I don't normally watch really too much TV. Might have to cut back on it here as this classes are starting back up for me. But you ever seen the old? I wanted to ask you this last stream. I forgot about it. You ever seen My Name Is Earl?
Say My Name Is Earl. That's pretty good one. That's a pretty good one.
All right. Well, I had to renew the old Hulu account to catch some King of the Hill, and I don't know, saw it on there before the subscription ends, and yeah, I'm liking it so far. I don't know, that just came to mind here real quick as we're ripping around Daytona.
All right, if you're in the YouTube chat, I want you to get your topping fingers ready to go. All right, if you're in the YouTube chat, what is your favorite TV show of all time?
That's going to be a
Cannot
good
be
one.
a movie, it's got to be a TV show.
Justin, you a more comedy kind of guy? You like a little bit more storylines in your TV shows? Oh! Sorry.
Let me think. Mine. I mean, I've always gone back to like, there's two that I've always go back to, or three really. So, so Friday Night Lights, always a great one. What was the other one I used to watch? Obviously Stranger Things. I love Stranger Things. I watched Stranger Things, the whole Stranger Things series in 2 days.
Good gracious.
Yeah, it was on when they had 3 seasons though. Hang on, what was the other one I used to watch? I ain't watched it in a while. I've been meaning to watch it. Hang on, I'm trying to remember it. Hang on, I'm almost there. Last Chance U, that was it. My bad, I couldn't remember it.
What?
So 2 football shows. Yeah, it's about guys playing JUCO football, trying to get out of JUCO football.
I have comfortable.
It's really good. So if you've ever watched the show, or if you ever watched the show, there's a guy on there. His name is DJ Law. He's a running back. I had classes with him when I was in college.
What?
Cool dude. Yeah, you know, just cool. I'm just kidding. Well, we're almost halfway through this race.
Yeah, what is it? You blink and
Where'd the time go?
yeah, time flies when you're having fun, or you blink and you miss it, something like that. I don't know.
It's still the monster friends up there.
No, I don't. Maybe one day live betting does become a thing here for the iRacing. I think it actually already is after watching some Matt Malone. Like his fans can like bet Twitch points if he'll finish like top 3, top 5, or win. That'll be cool if we ever get something like that figured out. But I bring this up here because if I had a chance and choice at it right now, is Charles Van Schwick. Probably the first time I've said it this season is going to go down a lap. Anyways, I think that these teammates are going to make the dream mates happen here. We're going to make the dream work. There you go. Happen here tonight from the World Center of Racing. If you're Austin Mice, I would be scared, shivering in my timbers right now, as, I mean, he is in that monster machine sandwich.
Like sandwiches.
You like monster sandwiches, though? That's the question right now. No.
That's a big negative, Ghost Rider.
Well, to have some backup here for you, as well as the backup for Austin Mice, it's you only have to look back to 6th and 7th position, where you don't find any teammates for those Monster Energy Blue ovals. Brandon Morris finds himself P6. Joe Stipend with P7. Tyler Massey. And here we go. Here we're starting to see some argy-bargy. Tyler Myers barely slips back that out and into line. As here comes some side-by-side action happening out there behind him. Remember, in about 5 laps time, we should start to see another really row of pit stops begin. Excuse me, about 5 to 10 laps.
So we got, you thinking 4 pit stops, or you're going to have to be 4, right?
You might be able to get away, especially it just depends on how the cautions are going to fall. If we start racing like this, we might get one here soon.
Somebody wreck! Take them out. Hit them with your purse.
I mean, look at the runs. You see Travis Farmer, he has to back way out of the gas there as he tries to send it down there into turn number 3 at the rear end of the 71, which is Willie B. Roberts. Willie B. back on the lead lap there. There you see it once again, Mark Berry. There's just nowhere to go if you try the outside line and you have no help. As we're almost halfway to go in this race, we're going to continue to see another run here, tried here for the outside. Mark Berry's just... He's like Kyle Busch here tonight. He's just, where's everybody at? I need some help out here out up top.
Why are we racing this hard? I mean, they're going to have to just kick Austin from this group. Like, that's the only way we're going to get all 4 monster cars up there together, is if they kick Austin out of this group.
Oh, I don't think it's if, but it is when. And I think it's going to happen probably, 3 to 4 laps to go in the race?
Yeah, I think you'll see all these Monster Energy cars team up and pull in, get a nice thing of Sunoco fuel, maybe some Goodyear tires, and possibly even a white Monster. And they'll keep rolling. If I was them, I'd have picked a Monster flavor. Every one of them had a different Monster flavor.
Yeah, different flavor. Oh, now we're talking.
I'm a marketing guru.
Hey, you know, at least in real life, Monster's a little iffy like that. They don't like the old change. I don't know. But I'm right there with you. If teammates right now, if you got to copy Kyler, Matthew, Stan, and Robbie, I mean, that is a great idea. Maybe next Super Speedway race up there in over there in Talladega. Ooh, Myers is off the pace a little bit here.
Just a little bit. Can he get it figured out? Can he get back up to the front? Let's take a look back. I think gets stuck out of the draft.
Yeah, that's all that happens. I mean, there you see on the front nose of that Toyota Camry, it is showing a little bit aerodynamic damage, so I wonder if he got a little bit too friendly with somebody's rear bumper, or is that just the folds of the nose of the Camry? Let's see this
Go
time
D,
by.
all the above.
That's got a little dent in it there.
Yeah, a little dent.
I'd
A little
like to-
dent.
All right, lap 46 out of 100. These drivers last pit all on lap 31, so I think I was undershooting here at the run for the money. Excuse me, the money stop. Well, not quite the money stop here just yet, as we will continue to run a little side by side, as that's going to be Justin Steves going down a lap here. Thank you all for joining here once again tonight on Stam Studio Network as we continue to crest our way ever so closer to 1,000. Count them all. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not going to count them all, but thank each and every single one of you. And to show my appreciation, let's go to another all crank it up action happening here on Stam Studio Network as we got some slicing and dicing here for drivers shown 1 lap down. We'll be right back with you up here in the booth. This is your one and final warning here. Crank this puppy back down as we have really ramped up the heat here about mid-pack. Charles Van Schwick, he continues to try and fight. Well, right now, Charles Van Schwick still shown, nope, okay, he is 1 lap down. Right now, he's trying to fight Willie B. Roberts, though, for that lucky dog position. If neither of these drivers are involved in the next caution, well, that is how they're going to get their lap back here. Otherwise, you are trapped 1 lap down. If there is no caution, look who's starting to have a run down that outside line. He's got Willie B. Roberts pushing him. It's that number 87 Red Bull Chevrolet Camaro, Justin Steves, as he's going to try. Ooh, gets a little loose there heading into 3 and 4. Hold it steady, Justin, as he gets a shot into the corner out of the front nose of the 71.
Boy, he is getting a lot of pushing, a lot of banging, a lot of back and forth, and they are getting after it here. Right now, that outside line not looking too happy, not too shabby. They've got Willie B. Roberts, Justin Steves up there on the high side as they are trying to avoid going down a lap. But right now, look at the back of that pack. You've got Ty Farmer. He's kind of just moseying up there by himself, kind of being the only one that's wanting to kind of work with these maybe lap guys. You see that 13 machine up there right behind Willie B. Roberts in the 71 outside of Robbie Bice. Ty Farmer, the only one up there willing to maybe kind of get this outside line working, but he's got a little bit of help coming up behind him. Travis Farmer, that is. I don't know where I'm getting some of these names from. I think I'm just making them up. But,
hey, I bet there's a Ty Farmer out there who appreciates it.
I think I know a Ty Farmer. I think that's where I'm getting confused.
Well, how about old T Farmer here tonight, as he's going to continue to slice and dice, work his way up to the lead after, I mean, he started P5, he's running P6 right now, but it's so much back and forth from the super speedway action. It's really, he can't count out, I don't think, any of these drivers here, as Justin Steves, he already is, real quick. Justin Steves is 1 lap down, so he's fighting for that lucky doggy position, as well as Willie B. Roberts. There, right there with them is Philip Brigman. Xavier Salgado's out of the race. Philip Brigman is also out of the race, so right now it's just between Justin Steves and Gary Huffins, driver number 87, versus the Toyota Camry 55.
A lot of different names up here. That's the thing about these big super speedways, man. You get a lot of new faces up here. You get a lot of new places and a lot of people you don't really see up here a lot. So it's super cool to see some of these folks being able to get up here and run. Maybe don't have the I guess, range of some of the other drivers with the other ones, but man, it's cool to see some of these older guys come up here and run. I mean, a lot of the new faces, but you get some of these guys that, you know, don't have the expertise on like the mile and a half of the courses. That's why I love Talladega and Daytona. Really evens the playing field for every single person.
You bring a great point there, Justin, especially in this next-gen car. It drafts extremely differently than the old trucks, which I know are your favorite. I mean, extremely different pull up here to it than especially the Xfinity car. It's its own really sort of game, and that's why we saw earlier on in the race a couple drivers really lose the pack. It's very finicky within this next-gen machine. I don't know if it's the diffuser or what, but if you get, I mean, about probably 6 to 7 tenths, I think, is that cutoff there from the pack up there out in front of you. That's when you start to get in no man's land, and then it starts to get dangerous from losing the lead pack. We still have 4 blue ovals leading up in the 1, 2, 4th, and 5th position. Austin Mice continues to run the meat in that Monster Energy flavored sandwich. I talk about the old the losing the draft here because I'm curious. Yeah, there you go.
I didn't want to think about that.
I thought that's what you meant earlier when you said you liked a monster sandwich. I don't know. Come on now, don't knock it till you try. You got to soak that bread.
You
Come
gotta
on
knock
now,
it.
buddy. Yes. Now we're talking. All right, we're talking for some pit stops as well, Justin. Here we go.
Get it wound up, throw the chute out there.
Looks like they did get him woed up. That was a nice pit stop that time by for all of these drivers. Remember, we had one driver who got a little too hot into the pits last time, had to take a wave around, or excuse me, a pass-through penalty. Here we go. Ooh, this is an interesting call. Left side tires. I bet this is probably on all of these Monster Energy cars here, probably on the same strategy stop.
My favorite Halloween movie, if we're talking like just a little bit of scary, I always loved the Jason movies. I always thought those were better. No, those are the Michael Myers. I always loved both of them. Now, if we're talking like a movie that's going to scare the crap out of me, go watch Wrong Turn. Either of those movies, I will not watch.
What is it?
Okay, so Carrie in YouTube chat asked, what's our favorite Halloween movie?
Yep.
Okay, so I like Jason or I like Michael Myers. Always been my 2 favorites. But like, if you ever want to freak you out, Wrong Turn will. I will not watch Wrong Turn.
Alrighty. As we're cresting towards October, just hear a little bit more. I'm gonna have to put that on the list, and as well as put the old Tyler Massey paint scheme. That's who I'm gonna be for Halloween, Justin. I'm gonna be Tyler Massey's paint scheme for Halloween.
Yeah, you just walk around with big old 17 and spider marks all over you.
Can't forget the pumpkin
With
up
a big
there.
old pumpkin on your head.
Well, that was curious on that, or excuse me, that was interesting on the pit stop though, Justin, because once again we have the track map pulled up here for this pit stop strategy. It'll be, I don't know, I think that was a pretty low car count. I think it was only 5 or 6 cars making their way onto pit lane for that strategy. Remember, teamwork is what makes the dream work happen from these super speedway races, and right now it's hard because you want as many drivers as you can onto pit lane with you, but then when you start to make your way onto pit lane, things can get pretty tight pretty quick, just like really the last caution. Really the only caution we had here tonight was as drivers tried to make their way down and into the pits.
I think that was really going to be your own thing. Now, as this race, stretches on, we'll eventually get to a point. We'll start seeing some guys try some different things. This monster crew back here, they are fisting to get lapped. But if you think about it, if we stay green here for a while, you'll have some guys get cycled back up through there. I think they'll be okay.
Now, I'm curious if this monster crew is going to get lapped because their last lap time, Justin, was a... Kyler McCarthy, who's leading this sort of pack here, is a 46.52. The leader for the front pack is a 46.43. But like you said, I guess it's not really all timings. It's going to be that momentum. And sure, this front pack will have to pit. So it should be Kyler McCarthy who should cycle back out to the race lead, and his monster energy really teammates there behind him, as well as Austin Mice. But if this front crew continues to keep it out here out on track with way more cars in their pack, yeah, I think you're right, Justin. They're going to start feeling.
I got my rod and I got my bait. All I gotta do is sit here and wait for the big fish to come my way.
Uh-oh.
Here, fishy, 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 here, fishy, fishy, fishy.
You got one, Justin. You got two of them.
Oh, Higgins!
Daniel
misses the pit stall.
Oh, he's going to go for a ride in the grass across the logo. Daniel Higgins, he's going to keep it clean, green, and mean, but this is unfortunately going to pretty much ruin the chances here tonight for Daniel Higgins. Let's hop on board. Just deep. Doesn't take too much, and I think the front wheel, the right front or left front may have locked up there, and unfortunately, that's just way too much speed down there into pit lane for the old Higgins mobile. See a little puff of smoke. He's got a little barbecue action happening there underneath the hood. Tries to get it turned to the left, but already at that point, it's too little, too late.
A little bit.
Uh-oh, Justin. This is big. Tyler Massey, he is the only driver down into pit lane this time. I mean, he's got Daniel Higgins, but that's a little bit different story. Tyler Massey with no help right now coming out of the pit stop.
That's going to be tough.
It's probably going to be, I think, the end of the running here as Sean Judson, he continued to lead this race with Brandon Moore, Joe Stipe, Cornelius Brown, as well as David Berry, 1st through 5th. But we got to keep an eye on that monster energy, really teammates pack here. Is Austin Mice as well as Kyle? Oh, that's who's that right there behind Austin Mice? Oh, that's Charles Van Schwick. Okay, it's like he's not showing up in the timing scoring. Charles Van Schwick shown our lucky dog driver, showing 1 lap down right now. So if the caution comes out, he can get his wave around. As there you see the Stam Studio Network Harvest Ford Mustang. He's gonna. Oh. There's no slowing this pack down.
He's going to end up going a lap down. Now, we could get one here in just a little bit that may mix this thing all up, and me and Shaw just been talking for nothing. But it's going to take a lot.
Up here for the lead. I was about to ask, when do these front drivers come down and pit? This is probably going to be, probably one more. Oh my goodness gracious, Sean Judson is way too deep. Brandon Moore goes for a spin as well. Uh-oh. Justin,
little spin-a-rooney. Spin-a-rooney, we're okay.
Yeah, I guess there's going to be no damage for Brandon Moore. I believe Sean Judson, at least from my eyeballs, is going to have a pass-through penalty there for speeding into the pits. As we're going to have to bring out the forklift machine happening here and see what happens to the number 8 of Brandon Moore, as also he is way too deep as well. Look at Sean Judson. That's a lot faster than 55, 60 miles an hour. And then Brandon Moore, if we hop on board with him, I wonder, Justin, if this is just trying to catch second and first gear a little bit too early. Excuse me, third and, yeah, it'd be third and second for this next-gen transmission around a super speedway.
These things right here, you get them locked up pretty quick, and they will spin around through you. Let's see if he's going 5th. 4th, locking it up.
Ooh, down to
just
first.
Yeah, that first gear right there, man, you lock it up too quick and it's going to spin out every time with you. First gear in these cars is, I mean, you got to be woed up to get them things.
Especially at a transmission gear ratios that we run at a super speedway up here, like at Daytona and Talladega. I guess at the old new Atlanta as well. This is what I'd like to see for pit stop strategy, a large group of drivers come in and pit at once. But unfortunately, therefore, a couple, they're going to lose a couple spots. As real quick, this is back to live racing action. Guess we can get the old track map out of here because we've seen things cycle back out here to the race lead. Matthew Fitz out of nowhere. He's going to come out here and lead. He's going to have his teammate right there, Kyler McCarthy, back there behind him. Austin Mice and Mayberry, Robbie Bice running in the top 5.
Are you sure?
I think.
Are you sure about that? I'm just kidding. I don't know. I can't tell.
No. It's not the paint schemes, is it?
Programs. Once again, programs. Get your programs.
I'll tell you right now, Justin, if one of these Ken Block Monster Energy paint schemes make it to victory lane here tonight, it's pretty likely at this point because once again, with 4 running within the top 5 of these drivers, it's once again, it's not only if, it is when, as our race leader gets a shot down out of the back stretch from Kyler McCarthy. I know we're starting to write off Austin Mice here a little bit as he really has no help except for Charles Van Schwick and Travis Farmer. But it'll be tough, but I wouldn't count out any of these drivers within the top really 6 or 7 right now as we continue to dwindle a little bit closer to 1 stop to go in the race, as well as, well, that white and checkered flag.
Are we getting close, Sean?
On the pit stop or the end?
Yes.
Yes, no.
We're getting there, folks. Just hang with us just a little bit. Well, we're getting close to the end of this one. 67, we got 33 to go.
All right, this second pack is starting to get at it here as I am running out of the old O2 up here. Let's go through the field here once again because we've had a little slight mix-up as Matthew Fitz continued to lead us out up front. There goes Sean Judson. I was correct. Sean Judson had to serve a pass-through penalty after the wee-woo. Uh-oh, here comes Matthew Fitz. He's going to make a move down the inside. Not quite clear, or excuse me, he was clear of his teammates, but here we go. Kyler McCarthy could be hung out to dry. Oh, look at the teamwork. There you go. As Matthew Fitz continues to lead, a little bit argy-bargy between teammates. They continue to make it work as McCarthy, our points leader, continues to run P2. Austin Mice McConey set up shop. Stam Studio Network YouTube member runs 3rd. Charles Van Schwick, he runs really, it's looking like 4th, but he's showing down a lap. Stan, Mr. Mayberry runs 4th. Robbie Bice in that top 5.
You know, it's okay. It's a little different, man. Everybody just kind of has their own way of going around this place. You can either ride in the back, ride in the front. You can do whatever you can do, but eventually you're going to have to start making moves as this race winds on. We still got a lot of laps to go, but I don't think we're going to be way from done just yet.
Man, the Tyler and Tyler show continues to heat up here on track. I mean, okay. It's heating up on the timing and scorings. Tyler Massey shown P7. Tyler Myers shown P number 9 after he's got Joe Stipe up there up in front of him. This is that's the second pack that we have formed here on the speedway with 31 laps to go. Let's hop on. Oh no, it's maybe no. Tyler Myers, this is a perfect time for it as he gets a shot and shoves Joe Stipe there into turn number 3. What a save!
Bob, weave, Bob. Zig, zag, zag and zig. Holy cow, that could have been a bad one there.
What are they
Fortunately,
saying?
Joe's gonna be the one that.
What's
gonna be the one that
Joe's
catches the brunt there.
You got to duck, dodge, weave, and I think I'm missing one.
No, you got to duck, dodge, dip, duck, and dive.
There you go. We saw all of the above
You
here
can dodge
tonight.
a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
Oh my days, what a move here for Joe Stipe, as right when we cut to the live camera shot of Tyler Massey, there you go, finally got it. He shoves the 00 of Joe down there into turn 3. Joe with a, I mean, probably if he didn't shove the wheel to the left as hard as he did, that thing was possibly going up to the top right safer barrier. All of these drivers somehow, some way live to fight another day. Hopping on board with Joe Stipe.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Hang on to it.
Yeah. Yeah, a heck of a job there. Downshifts in the 4th. He lost a lot of momentum there, but he'll be A-OK. Could have been a lot worse, Sean. Could have been a lot.
I'm saying, I'm right there with you. Could have been a lot worse, and it couldn't be closer up here out for the battle for the race lead. Matthew Fitz, he's got his teammate there right beside, and I was gonna say beside, he's behind him there. That's how you have to push in these NASCARs. I mean, Justin, I know you know more well than anybody else here, but for maybe possibly some of the fans who are newer within iRacing as well as even NASCAR racing, you can give a really big old shove here to the back bumper of your teammates. We are shoving him so hard we are within the rear clip. But here's where you have to let up here going into the corners. There you see it. Kyler McCarthy, he not only knows how to race short tracks, he not only knows how to race intermediates, road courses, but as well as some super speedway action. Kyler McCarthy eases out there into the entrance of 1 and 3, as well as the doggy leg, bark bark, as the battle for the race lead continues to heat up and boil here, as Austin Mice, he is the odd one out here, but he could possibly sneak one away into victory lane here tonight.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. You're going to see somebody a little bit mixed up, a little jumbled up, but who can try to maybe get this thing to the front. As these laps wind down, you're going to see the tension meter start going more and more and more and more until somebody else. You know what? One more.
There you go.
Hit me, bartender, one more time. Eventually, we're going to start kind of hitting the tip-top of this thing, and it's going to bowl over, and we're going to have some guys going bananas here towards the end.
Yeah, we should see that lap ticker up there in the top left of your screen updates here in just a few moments time from instead of laps count us down. If my math is mathing, I think that's 36 laps to go within this race. Here we go. We're on top of the spotter stand here as Matthew Fitz continues to lead his teammate up there and down into the back straightaway. And then you look at this next pack here once again, albeit 11 seconds back. They continue to lose here quite a bit of time as they don't have the car number and speed and momentum and really power to work with. Let us know. Get your typing fingers ready down here live on YouTube land. I mean, have you ever been to a super speedway race is I guess the question, because it is completely different than any other NASCAR race. I know, Justin, you and I both have here, and albeit it's different, Talladega and Daytona. There's a lot of similarities there between the two, and it's a lot of momentum-style racing.
Yeah, you got to take your highs with your highs and your lows with your lows. You can't let your highs get too high. You can't let your lows too get low. You just got to make sure that you keep this thing between the ditches, and you got to be there at the end.
Heard it here from the commentator himself. Take the highs when they're highs, but you can't get them too. And then you got to take the lows when they're low as well. A driver who continued to do that here tonight. I would call it the old not Sean Judson. He is right there behind Charles Van Swick in the timing and scorings. But I'm showing Charles Van Swick right now. It's still the lucky dog after really no fault of his own. Just an untimely caution there to result in the 23 to take a pit stop under green flag conditions. You got to hate it for him here, but he continues to fight, even with some cosmetic damage up there on the front hood. That Ford Mustang is looking a little bit more pointier like a Chevy Camaro. Charles Van Swick lives to fight another day. And Sean Judson right there, the next driver behind him, one lap down. If Sean Judson is able to pass Charles Van Swick and not get involved in a caution, he will get the lucky dog here tonight as we have our final pit stops happening for our race leaders. Side by side for teammates. They're hot. They are too deep. I think that could possibly be a speeding penalty, maybe for Kyler McCarthy.
Get them woed up, fellas. Got to get them woed up there. Cannot afford a speeding penalty this late in the race, so you're going to be sitting at the back. Hopefully got them woed up, and hopefully we ain't got no penalties, but that was too close to call.
Ooh, who's that who missed his box there? Is that, it's an orange and black one? Oh, don't tell me. We got a, where's he at? Okay, I don't, sorry, I'm freaking out here. I'm seeing things on my timing and scoring that I guess aren't true. Robbie Bice is going to make his way and lead this battle off of the lead in, off the pits in second position. Kyla McCarthy with a very fast stop there. 11-second stop for driver number 24, as there you see the pack right up there in front of him. Travis Farmer had a 9-second stop. He put less fuel in this machine to try and get a little bit of track position here tonight. Will we see if this is enough Sunoco fuel in Travis Farmer's machine, as the top 5 runners right now the top 5 runners have enough fuel to make it to the end of this race.
No, these 5 are going to be able to make it.
I believe.
When does the next group come in? When do the next group come in? Maybe try to mix it up a little bit and see what they can do. Try to maybe get their fuel in. Yeah, they're kind of all spread out here, Sean.
Yeah, opposites right now here from this battle of, this race lead is a huge checkup happens here into 1. That's going to slow these drivers down quite a bit, as now the race leaders are making their way across the line. We're looking side by side at a pack that needs to be single file, and right now we're looking at single file in a pack that needs to be 2 wide. Depending on who you're rooting for.
Oh,
no!
I think if we get... Who's that off the
Mayberry
pace?
with the
Mayberry?
save of a century. Oh, hang on to it. Oh, he's going to roll it down there. Hold the brake, fine. Neutral, fine, first gear. So far, we're going to keep things clean, green, and mean. What just happened to Mr. Mayberry?
Lucky spun it around. He spun it around. Currently looking at the inside wall.
Oh, this is what I meant here earlier. You got to be careful with the pushes here. I really don't think you could put that on Travi Farmer, or the Travi Patty number 13 machine, is really, the 43 was loose as a goose there into turn number 3. Can I say that? Is that okay?
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Okay. Well, Stan, I love you, man, here. We're continuing to see, I mean, you are showing some immaculate race pace. You know how to hold that wheel steady. But unfortunately, out of those 4 monster teammates, I believe that's going to be Stan Mayberry here now drops out, as now we're going to see David Berry up there. Oh, he's still not going to opt for pit lane, as Brandon Moore starts to join this battle as well. Cornelius Brown, right now the front 3 runners, they are staggered in some lap traffic here, but as long as that's more cars in the front pack, I think they're opting for it.
Here we go. This is going to get interesting here. 20 laps to go. We're going to see the moves start getting more aggressive. We're going to see the guys start pushing a little bit harder. We kind of got three or 4 packs kind of spread out through here. Boy, you know, I want to kind of go ahead and throw this out there, and I'm going to be that guy. I hope we get a caution, because I want to see these guys race it hard to the end.
You mug.
I'm a dirty dog, I know.
I guess I'm right there. It would be cool. It'd be fun to see these drivers scrunched and bunched back up together as... Oh, crap. I don't know. Maybe I'll take it back. Fantasy draft starting 15 minutes here, Justin. Might have to let you take over the... No, I'm just kidding. I got my priorities. I'm definitely be up here in the booth rather than the old BS draft. But I don't know. I'm right there with you, but at the same time, I'm not. It's a little battle back and forth, as well as some argy-bargy, not only up here within my mental thoughts, but as well as out here on the track. Justin, David Berry, the Crimson excuse me, that's not the Crimson Tide machine, right there behind him. That Hot Wheels machine, our winner out there from Watkins Glen was that already a month? A couple of weeks ago there, David Berry. He's continued to be tied for the biggest race mover here tonight, with driver behind it of Brandon Moore. These 2 drivers gaining 18 positions since the drop of the green flag, but they all need to make 1 more pit stop. Just including the top 4 drivers.
This top four right now just working their way around this behemoth known as Daytona. All of them trying to get towards the front of the page as best they can. But it's going to be a close race here. I think it'll be coming down to a fuel run here, Sean. So we're checking in right now with the P5 and on back. This is kind of all with P5, 6, 7, and 8 right here.
Yeah, I was just about to say I'm sorry that I took off the track map there because I mean you're exactly right, Justin. We still need to see things cycle out, and I think right now what this front running pack is doing is, well, not really of Austin Mice and Kyler McCarthy. That's that second pack. But right now for this front pack of David Berry, Brandon Moore, Cornelius Brown. Justin, to be honest with you, I think they're starting to run on fumes here. Oh no, Massey gets involved. Excuse me, that's who's the other Tyler?
Oh, that was a big one. That's Steves and Myers. Oh, that's a big one. Can they get these things rolling again? Like everybody going to keep them rolling. We're going to keep it under green here.
Look at Steve shoot out of a cannon down the inside of the number 45 of Myers. There we go. Not going to get it wrong that time. Sparks are flying out these rear-ended machines, and looks like, if I'm showing all correct, we're going to keep things under clean, green, and mean action here, as this is right within another pit stop strategy cycle.
Boy, that could have been worse. Luckily, nobody else decided they were going to mix it up too much with them other guys, because that could have been real bad. These other guys going to limp it on back, but that is going to put a very damper on their day. So we're still looking. You got Mark Berry, or excuse me, I think that's Mark. It may be David Berry. One of the Berry boys up there at the front. Brandon Moore running P2. David Berry, that is. Okay, that's up there in the 56 machine. Then you got the 19 of Judson in between, then you got Moore, and then you got Cornelius Brown. So everybody kind of just riding around through there.
This is going to be very interesting because, goodness, I'm getting too excited up here. If we did get a caution to fly for that last incident, basically this is what, once again, this front pack is banking on right now as they continue to run their fuel cells dry. Let's check back on the drivers who did pit. Right now, well, only 3 drivers up here still that last pit on that 63. That is David Berry, Brandon Moore, Cornelius Brown, our front 3 runners. Then you start to look at McCarthy on back, although they're shown at 30 seconds back. If you do some math right now, that is about how long a pit stop takes. So that's why I'm leaving that track map up in the top right of your screen. Once we do see this front pack dive into the pit lane, you're going to have to keep an eyeball on that McCarthy mobile, as well as this whole pack, to see if they have the speed, have the momentum, and see if their pit stop strategies and pit stop times were short enough to make it up here for this battle for what will be the race lead with only 14 laps to go in the race.
We're still nose to tail as they go around through here. None of them are going to check up. They're going to keep the pedal down and try to not get cycled back to. Now this group, they've got to try to get to that front group. That front group, they're trying everything they can to stay out front, but they're going to conserve gas as much as possible, because they get run down. There is no way they're going to be able to get that done.
Right there with you, Justin. Great call here, as once again, drivers who are basically 4th running on back right now in the live timing and scorings on the left side. That is who is able to make it to the checkered flag here tonight on fuel. With that pack, we see Kyler McCarthy, Austin Mice, Travis Farmer, Tyler Massey, Robbie Weiss, and onwards there. As, I mean, what? I don't know. I'm a gambling man, Justin. I don't know about you, but as we've seen, cautions pretty much dwindle here tonight. Only 13 laps to go. If my math is mathing here, last lap pitting on 63, these fuel tanks have got to start running dry at any moment.
Sean, what lap do you think we see the intensity kind of get turned up here with these guys? Do you think this maybe back group here with McCarthy and Mize, Farmer, Massey, all those guys could maybe run down this front 2 of Berry and Moore?
Great question, Justin. The last lap time here for not maybe the race leader in this pack, but let's look at Austin Mice. His lap time history around the track was a 47.3, a 46.6. Okay, we'll put the average there at a 46.6. Then let's take a look at this front running pack here of David Berry, Brandon Moore. That was their last lap times was a 47, lots of 47s. So albeit it is 29 seconds back, they are still continuing to gain on this front pack, and this front pack still has to pit. So right now, Justin, it's not a question of if, but it is when this second pack catches this front pack, as they will do it under. If there's not a caution, then they will do it under green flag running. Depending on how good that they can slow and load their cars and get them back up to speed.
Yeah. Yeah, it just depends on how fast they can get these things railed up and going again. They're slowly making hay, but man, we are clicking through some laps here. This front group. The thing is, though, with Barrymore and Brown, can they stretch their field long enough to make it to? That is the question in itself. Can they get there?
I think the best camera shot that we have at it here tonight is, yeah, there you see a 29-second gap right here. Once again, this is Cornelius Brown and Kyler McCarthy, two different packs trying to fight it out here for what's. If their fuel somehow makes it, they're up for the front runners. Well, that's going to be pretty neat to watch here. But as Kyler well, it's still about a 28-second gap, and on that track map there on the top right of your screen, it's pretty much opposites of the track. So once again, it is just how well that this front running pack is able to get on and off the pit lane, and how. Oh, here we go. This is going to be a great time of it. You're going to want to be single file as soon as you can, as Cornelius Brown, our third place running. Justin, that wasn't once. That was twice here tonight. Same incident for Cornelius Brown.
Well, he has done that both every time, and I think both his entries so far, I've seen him smack the wall. But here we go. Can this front group make it out before the leaders come around? They're going to try everything they can.
Question of the century here, Brandon Moore, and then here comes Kyler McCarthy and his pack. That's going to answer that one.
Yeah, they're going to run him down quick, fast, in a hurry. So now comes the question: how quick can Brandon Moore and this backpack here maybe run them down?
I don't.
They're going to have to get nose to tail, man. They're getting spread out too far. I don't think they're going to be able to make it.
Yeah, man, they're separated as all get out here tonight. That's not what you want to see, especially as now that this front pack continues to run away. Already heading into turn 3, drivers who just now pit are still working their way up through the gears. Now we shift focus here tonight for the battle for the race win here tonight for the Bump and Run Daytona, 250 miles, 100 laps of racing action. Kyler McCarthy, Austin Mice, Travis Farmer, and Tyler Massey. Brandon Moore make our top 5 runners right now, as well as the representative Charles Van Schwick. He is one lap down, lucky dog position, but shown in what would be the 3rd running spot.
Here we go. They are wide open. The race is going to be on as they go to 8. They're at 8 laps to go. Going to come around and take it. Go to 7 to go. This is going to be your race. McCarthy, Mice, Farmer, Massey, Moore, Berry, all right there together, all the way back to Daniel Higgins. Kind of wrapping us up back there. Got a couple lap cars mixed in there. I wonder how well this is all going to get mixed in there as they go around through here.
Austin Mice continues to draw a bead on that race lead. 0.06 seconds by, this time at the stripe. There you see it, 0.05, 0.04, back to 0.06 as Austin Mice lifts off of the gas slightly heading into turn 1. He's going to allow his buddy Kyler McCarthy to live to fight another day. Justin, I got to ask you, right now, 7 laps to go, coming a little bit closer to the white and checkered. I might add before this question, we do have 3 attempts at a green-white checkered. That is 3 attempts at basically overtime finishes. Justin, you want to be P2? You want to be P1? You want to be P3? Where are you going to be here coming to the white flag?
I think you kind of want to be P1 right here. You want to have the chance to play the defense. You want to be the one that's going to do the rear view driving. But, man, if you're riding catbirds, you've got to make sure you've got somebody to go with you, because it's going to take every bit of momentum that you can get to try to get by that lead guy.
Here comes Justin Steves. He's going to look down the inside as he's going to go down a lap here. McCarthy's going to look up top, taking the whole field with him. Like you said, Justin, very well said. It could possibly be coming down to some lap traffic here tonight, as look at just how staggered that made this whole front field. That was only one lap down car as we continue to approach some lap traffic. Only 6 laps to go from the World Center of Racing. Could that be pretty much the difference maker here tonight? 6 laps, 5 laps to go. This time by McCarthy leading Mice. Farmer stalking, creeping right there in that white number 13 Monster Energy. Chevrolet Camaro. I wonder if there's any team affiliations there or if it's just sponsor action happening there for Myers and McCarthy. Where did Kyler McCarthy's teammates go? The next one back is going to look like to be oh man, the whole Kyler McCarthy's help is gone, Justin.
Yeah, it's just a one-man monster show up there. He's got Austin right behind him. You got Travis Farmer there. And Tyler Massey, but you got Mr. Charles right there. He's a lap down, but he's right there in that lead group. He's just kind of hanging out. Could he play a factor as we get ready to wind down his laps? 4 laps.
Hopping on board with Travis Farmer, your driver of the number 13. Here we go into turn 1. Really, there's really not too much to look at here. You just make sure you have to keep it off that back bumper up there out in front of you. Something to remember, Charles Van Schwick is shown in front of Travis Farmer right now. But remember, Van Schwick, he's up here fighting for his lucky dog position with only 3 laps to go in the race. It's not rare that we do see a caution with 2 and 3 laps to go. Could Charles Van Schwick steal one out here tonight as he continues to run closer to the front running spot? One of the safest running spots here within the pack. 3 laps to go this time by, Justin. We are still surprisingly single file.
You ain't seen nobody kind of duck out yet and try to make that outside line work. But I'm sure when we get ready to come around, Dawson's all over the back of that number 24. You've got to be careful with these pushes. These next-gen cars, they're a little bit more stable when you go to the corner and kind of give a bump. But, you know, you can really lose it as you get round through there.
Oh, Daniel Higgins barely clear there. Does he slot back in? Looks like the 00 Joe Stipe is going to cut Daniel Higgins a break there. 2 laps to go. Justin, when do you make your move if you're not the race leader here, buddy?
I think you're going to make it with going around 1 to go. But you can't make it too early because that opens the door for the guys behind you. I think if I'm Austin right here, I'm going to back up to maybe that 23 machine to see if we can get a little bit of help and try to get the outside line working. That's the only way you're going to be able to do it.
Austin Mice continues to draw a bead on that race lead. Kyler McCarthy, he has no more teammates here behind him as we start to really get single file once again. Justin Steves is the next driver who's out and up on the outside line, but shown 1 lap down as we continue to crest our way towards 1 lap to go. Might I add, once we get to that 1 lap, that's anything goes there at that point. Kyler McCarthy to the point, Austin Mice right there behind him, as well as Travis Farmer, Tyler Massey joining this battle as well. Justin, somehow, some way, still single file coming to the stripe.
As they come to the stripe, down through turns 1 and 2 they go. At what moment do you make the move?
Austin Mice, he gets loose as a goose.
Up to the 23.
Ooh.
He's going to back up to the 23 here. They're going to try to set this pass. If you're McCarthy, you've got to look. Don't look now, but here comes Steves on the outside, that number 87 machine.
Here we go, Austin Mice, he's gonna try a final bump and run here down into turn number 3. Here comes Charles Van Schwick, shown 1 lap down. Does the Austin Mice McConey setup shop have anything for the monster number 24? Kyler McCarthy, he's hunting for another win in the Bump and Run Cup Series. Looks like coming to the stripe, McCarthy's gonna get it.
Boy, they're going to wreck behind him. Kyler McCarthy going to pick up the win. Austin Mice second. How about Travis Farmer? Good runner for the number 13 machine. He'll bring it home P3.
.05 seconds at the line for our race winner here tonight. Congratulations, Kyler McCarthy, on another race win for the Bump and Run Cup Series. Stick with us here on STAM Studio Network. We'll get some unofficial, official race results here for you in a few moments' time, as well as those top 3 interviews. You best believe you stick around for some burnouts as well. My name is Sean Stam. We got the Justin Yamentator up here in the booth with us. Stick with us, and we'll be right back with you here in the broadcast booth.
What a race. There was a lot of good action there. They were in and out all over one another. They were coming around through there, fireworks going off over Lake Lloyd. Sean, what was your fun fact about Lake Lloyd we learned tonight?
You mother. Oh boy. Lake Lloyd is the deepest lake in North America. No, I'm just kidding. Lake Lloyd that is formed there as Daytona had to make the banking somehow there. So got the dirt there obviously from the infield and filled it up there with water. As we're gonna see, facts of the day there. That one's new to me. Man, oh man, Kyler McCarthy is gonna come away with the race win here tonight. Another one in the Bump and Run Cup Series. Justin, we said it earlier on in the race. We both, I think, thought that one of these Monster Energy Hoonigan Holiday machines would make their way down and into victory lane. Well, looks like it'll happen here tonight, man.
Boy, what a great run from the Monster Energy machines. They was up front all night long. They're going to in victory lane. I don't think you can fit 4 cars over in victory lane.
They're going to try to, I'll tell you that much right now. Look at them celebrate all together here tonight. That's Matthew Fitz, Kyler McCarthy, as well as Robbie Bice. Where's the other one? Don't tell me he dove it down into pit lane there. Well, anyways, what a race, what a finish here tonight from Daytona International Speedway. We'll get these live driver interviews here for you in a couple moments' time. Justin, what was sort of the race winning factor here tonight? You think it was just being out in the lead? I mean, I thought it was going to be teammates, but obviously I don't think that was the race winning factor.
I think it was more or less making sure you had teammates, you had people to help you through there, because that seemed to be the factor of having teammates and having people to help you around through there. That seemed to be the main part. Kyler McCarthy had plenty of help through there as he's able to bring it home tonight.
All right, we'll get these unofficial, official results here for you live on SSN, and then cut down to some live driver interviews here. Once again, we got to thank each and every single one of you here for joining us live on STAM Studio Network as we continue to crest our way closer and closer to 1,000 subscribers. 0.056 seconds at the line. It'll be Kyler McCarthy over Austin Mice, Travis Farmer, Tyler Massey, Brandon Moore, David Berry, Cornelius Brown, Robbie Bice, Matthew Fitz, and Charles Van Schwick rounding out the top 10. Real quick before we get to the rest of this field, let's take a final look at this this coming to the line here, because it was pretty close here, Justin.
Very close. I'm surprised you didn't see the 97 and the 23 maybe duck out there and try to go for the win. You see Farmer go up there by his lonesome. I was thinking maybe the 17 would go with him, try to push him to the lead. But he's going to just kind of duck out, be able to have the side momentum right there to get by. Well, I mean, Charles was a lap down, so he's going to have the momentum there. Matt's going to hook to the inside of Charles, and that's where the incident right there behind him begins.
And that's all right. It's just racing here after the checkered flag ensues. Here we go at full racing speed. Look at how fast things happen here at a super speedway. Oh, just gets a bump, little bump, and then boom. Ouchies. That's going to hurt the old wrist there tomorrow for Charles Van Schwick. Anyways, we'll get back to some live, unofficial, official race results, and then bring up those driver interviews. Stan Mayberry, Joe Stipe. How about the old Daniel Higgins makes it around P13 here tonight. Sean Judson will finish 14th. Mark Berry, Cameron Smith, Justin Steves, Tyler Myers running out our top 18. From 18th on back, belonging to Willie B. Roberts, Gary Huffins, Philip Brigman, Xavier Salgado, Kevin Roy, Chris Campbell, and Kyle Gooden. Rounding, well, I think Kyle is up there in race control tonight, so Kyle, appreciate what you and do there for us behind the scenes. As here we go, let's cut to some live driver interviews. Justin, I will meet you over there in the broadcast. Wait, oh, maybe I'll just drag him in here. That might be easier. Alrighty, I'm gonna send it down there to Justin, who I believe has caught up live in the Victory Lane broadcast booth with Kyler McCarthy, our race winner.
Kyler, you got a card? You got a copy, my friend?
Loud and clear, fellas. How are y'all tonight?
Good, buddy. Bringing it home with the win. How's it feel, buddy?
You know, it feels really good. Started off the year with the win here to end the regular season, quote unquote, with a win here. Couldn't be happier.
Yeah, good start to the playoffs here. Going to be able to wrap it up. Man, you had a lot of help from your teammates up there all running the Monster Energy scheme. What was the theme tonight? Everybody just decided we're going to switch to the Ford and run the 24 or run the Monster Energy scheme?
Yeah, we all put it together an idea of running a team scheme, and we were all for it. And Robbie said, that means you got to run a Ford. I said, you know what, that's fine. I'll still make it fast. Regardless, though, that's exactly what we did. We took this nitro setup shop Ford Mustang Monster Energy car to the front, and never really looked back. Fortunately for my teammates, Robbie and Fitz, they had a bad stop at the end, but Austin come through and worked with us always, and couldn't done it without his help.
Most definitely. Got anybody else you'd like to thank tonight, Kyler?
Yeah, I got to thank Brian and all the admin, Kyle, RC, y'all for the broadcast, Carrie for watching, Ebbs, Carrie, everybody that tunes into the YouTube and my Twitch or TikTok stream tonight. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Yeah.
Definitely. Well, Kyler, appreciate you each and every week. We'll see you tomorrow. See if you can go for the double up.
That's the plan.
Most definitely. I'm going to send it up to Mr. Sean Stamens. I believe he's got our second place finisher.
Hey, Austin Mice, this is Sean Stam up here in the booth. You got yourself a copy, man.
Yes, sir. Loud and clear.
Austin, congratulations on a podium finish here tonight from the World Center of Racing. Walk us through that white flag lap, man. What was going through your mind as you tried everything in the books here to get around our race winner of Kyler McCarthy?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, running, like Kyler said, running with those guys, Fitz, Stan, Robbie, just kind of wanted to pay it forward. Those guys kind of worked with me, and we worked our way up front and got Kyler up there, and just wanted to honestly push him to the win. Is a win nice? Sure, I haven't got one this year, but at the same time, just kind of want to pay that forward and make sure he got that W, especially because he's up there in points. All in all, it was a great night.
Man, I know it stings here. You've been bridesmaid, but it continued to show itself up within the point standings here, Austin. Continuing to have yourself a really nice season here so far within the Bump and Run Cup Series as well as the old Arcus Series. Real quick, I appreciate you taking your time to join us here in the virtual Victory Lane broadcast booth for our podium finishers. Austin Mice, thank you, first of all, from the bottom of my heart for being a little Stam Studios Network, a little live member down there as well. But more importantly, is there anybody who you personally would like to shout out to who really makes this another podium finish all possible?
Absolutely. Obviously, shout out to you guys. It's honestly a pleasure to be a member, and always enjoy tuning in. It's always a good broadcast to watch. Biggest shout out to Maconi, Jeff, and those guys. Man, they had Daytona dialed in. They made a few changes coming into this later part of the season, and it worked big time. Big thanks to DCS Underground, Show Me Restoration, 76 Custom Concealment, and anybody else, Skipping Sun Seating and Air, all those guys that come on board and allow me to do this week in and week out.
Well, thank you so much, Austin, and have a great rest of your week. Hopefully we see you back here in another podium spot, or maybe even Victory Lane here relatively soon.
Hey, thanks guys, appreciate it. We'll see you soon.
Thank you, Austin. Have a great rest of your night, and I believe check the old mailbox down there and some real life action, Austin.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Actually did got that swag. Obviously not running a camera, but I've actually got that swag on, and got one in the koozie as well. So rocking SSN.
Hey, there, Austin. Oh my good. That makes me smile a lot here back here behind the scenes, and I think each one of those results in about 5 extra horsepower. So that's some pretty big gains here from a super. No, I'm just kidding. But congratulations here, Austin. I'll let you get going. Have a great rest of your night, man.
Hey, thanks, Sean. You too, man. We'll see ya.
All right, how about Justin? I normally throw this back up here to you, but Travis Farmer, we've been buddies here for a couple, or not only a couple races, but a couple seasons here now, time and time again. Travis Farmer, Sean Stam up here in the booth, got yourself a copy, man.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Travis, all right, you know how some super speedway action happens here tonight. You're gonna find your way in that final driver interview spot. Walk us through how it happened, that whole white flag lap. What was going through your mind, man?
Just trying to stay clean and keep up with the guys. That's pretty much it.
Man, we've seen you stay clean, green, and mean, race in and race out. You're starting to close it down on this battle for the playoff points here. Now that we're getting a little bit later here within the season, what's kind of your favorite track style that you like to run? You like some super speedways, intermediates, or you're a short track king?
I like the super speedways and intermediates pretty good.
I got you. It's looking like it here tonight. New paint scheme took me a little bit to get used to, but I'm liking it. No fear for the driver of the 13. Travis, before we let you get going, man, who would you like to shout out? Is there anybody who makes this possible for you to race with us every Tuesday night?
Oh yeah, my parents. I'd like to thank you guys for the broadcast and all the fans out there and the league.
Boy, thank you so much, Travis. That goes pretty far there behind the scenes, and I hope you have a great rest of your night. Best of luck here for you throughout the rest of the season, man.
Thank you. I'm gonna need it.
Oh, come on now. Oh man, you've shown some nice face here throughout here so far. I can't wait for it. Travis, thank you so much for spending some time up here with us in the booth. Have a great rest of your night, and before we get signing off, we got to shout out the old live YouTube chat here tonight. It's going to be a 4-way tie up there out up front between Terry, Carrie, Barry, as well as Jerry. Terry, Barry, Carrie, Jerry. How about that? 1, 2, 3, 4-way tie for the chat win. Thank you all for joining in here tonight, as well as Ted, Mr. Smithy Gaming, as well as Travis Farmer. Travis, you know how to run 200 miles an hour in a little YouTube chat in there. Drain, as well as Ricardo Cano. Thank you all for joining in here tonight. Name is Sean Stam. Got Justin Yaw up here in the booth. Thank you all for having a great night here with us. And we'll catch you tomorrow night for once again at the World Center of Racing. Everybody have a great rest of your night. Until then, gonna catch the old virtual flight back home. Thanks everybody, and take care.